Hello everybody and welcome to Toolsing. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the M12 cordless ratchet from Milwaukee. Okay, what we have here today is a 3/8 inch cordless power ratchet from Milwaukee. The model number of the ratchet is 2457-00. I purchased this as a tool only because I had several M12 batteries already. It's also available as a kit with a 1.5 amp hour battery, charger, and soft case like what you see here. I have a 2.0 on this, that's why I bought the tool separately. Now if we take a closer look at the ratchet, let me move this stuff out of the way. Looking at the head of the ratchet, you can see it's almost as thin as a traditional ratchet. And what I'll do is I'll bring a Craftsman ratchet in for perspective so you can see that they are very close. The Milwaukee is just a hair thicker than the Craftsman, but it's not that much different. It also has a recessed selector switch to keep the profile on the little bit on the thinner side. Moving down from the head of the ratchet, we can see there's a little LED light right there. So when you go ahead and press the switch to actuate the ratchet, you'll see the LED light turns on. It's a nice little feature to have when you're working in a poorly lit dim area and need a little help locating a fastener in complete darkness. Below the light, there's a lockout switch to prevent the switch from accidentally depressing. This is very useful when you're traveling, just so that something doesn't bump into the switch here, and run this so that the battery drains while you're traveling to your location. Now if we look at the paddle switch itself, it's a variable switch, so if we give it just a little bit, it'll slowly turn the anvil of the ratchet, as you can see up here, and as we press it more and more, it'll pick up more and more speed. At full speed, the ratchet has 35 foot-pounds of torque and spins up to 250 RPM. Next to the switch is the LED battery life indicator. When you press the switch, this will light up and show how much battery life is remaining on the tool. It'll also flash when the ratchet reaches its torque limit. The battery slot is at the bottom and will accept all M12 style batteries. Another nice feature is that you can actually use this as a traditional ratchet, and we'll show you that a little bit later in the video. So let's go ahead and move to the garage so we can take a look at this ratchet in action. Okay, we're out in the garage with the Milwaukee M12 3/8 ratchet, and what I'd like to do is go ahead and remove this bolt here. So what I'm going to do first is put the ratchet on there, go ahead and hit the trigger to loosen it, and as you'll notice, you'll see the 4 LED lights flashing there like I mentioned before, showing that it's in protection mode. That's just protecting the ratchet so that it's not overdriving itself. All you simply need to do is use it like a normal ratchet and go ahead and loosen it. Then once you have it broken free, just go ahead and hit the trigger. And it'll take the bolt completely out. What I'd like to do now is go ahead and do the same thing on another bolt. So I'll move the camera over here, so bear with me for a second. So we've got this other bolt here up on top, this one right here. We'll do the same thing again. As you'll see, as soon as I put this on here and go ahead and hit the trigger, it's going to go into protection mode. But like the other one, I can loosen it by hand to break it free. And then once I do, I can zip it off with a trigger. And with a bolt that long, it makes it a lot easier using a power tool than doing it by hand. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the opposite. I'm going to switch the ratchet so that it's in tightening mode. And I'm going to go ahead and tighten down the same bolts we put in there before. So I'll put the head of the ratchet on there, hit the trigger, and then it'll do the same thing again. As soon as it drives it too far, it'll flash the 4 lights for overload mode, and then just go ahead and tighten it by hand. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing with the other bolt. Let me adjust the camera so you can see it. And we'll just put it on there and let it tighten it. Now the other nice thing about that overload mode is it won't pull your hand with it like an air ratchet would. It'll actually stop it so your hand doesn't go flying this way. So again, all we got to do is snug it down and we're good to go. And that's how the ratchet works. Okay, we're back in from the garage now. Well, this 3/8 inch M12 cordless ratchet from Milwaukee is an excellent tool. It's really helpful when you need to assemble or disassemble things and has low enough profile to get into tight spaces. While it doesn't quite have the power of an impact gun, it is great in situations where a little finesse is key. If you're interested in purchasing one for yourself, I will leave links down in the description down below. If you like this video, please go ahead and click the thumbs up icon below. If you have one of these or have any more questions about one, please go ahead and tell me in the comments below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when new videos are released. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.